Today we're checking out a brand new planeswalker fresh out of Duskmourn, Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. For 2 blue-black, he starts at 4 loyalty, and he has ninjutsu for 1 blue-black. During your turn, as long as Kaito has 1 or more loyalty counters on him, he's a 3/4 ninja creature and has hexproof. +1, you get an emblem with ninjas you control get +1/+1. 0, surveil 2, then draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. -2, tap target creature, put 2 stun counters on it. This seems really awesome. However, it's not quite as awesome as it looks because ninjutsu can't be used from the command zone. A creature can only be ninjutsu'd from your hand. Even still, I think this guy's awesome, and I think he's going to be pretty popular in the Oathbreaker format. I'm always down for a planeswalker that can become a creature, especially since we lost Gideon. Ninja Tribal should be fun, and fun fact, this is only the 2nd time we've seen a plus that gives an emblem. He's got some really cool alternate art options too. Now let's talk signature spells. Usually I take a look at the most popular signature spells and report back to you, but this is brand new, so I can't do that. So we're just gonna brainstorm some options here. I think obviously a signature spell that has to do with ninjas would be good. However, there's only one ninja-specific signature spell option. Kaito's Pursuit, a sorcery for 3. Target player discards 2 cards. Ninjas and rogues you control gain menace until end of turn. I love that it's a Kaito card in a Kaito deck and it has to do with ninjas. It's not super powerful though. But fear not, there are other tribal options, ones that don't say ninjas, they say choose a creature type instead. First, I've got 3 board wipes. Crippling Fear, a sorcery for 4. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of the chosen type get -3/-3 till end of turn. Or Kindred Dominance, a sorcery for 7. Choose a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen type. Raise the Palisade is a sorcery for 5. Choose a creature type. Return all creatures that aren't of the chosen type to their owner's hands. Moving on to some draw spells, Distant Melody is a sorcery for 4. Choose a creature type. Draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Or Pact of the Serpent, a sorcery for 3. Choose a creature type. Target player draws X cards and loses X life, where X is the number of creatures they control of the chosen type. A signature spell that interacts with the graveyard might be good, especially because Kaito's got that Surveil 2 thing. Patriarch's Bidding is a sorcery for 3. Each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of a type chosen this way from their graveyard to the battlefield. I'm not so sure I'd use that one. I don't want to give them creatures back. How about Haunting Voyage, a sorcery for 6. Choose a creature type. Return up to 2 creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then there's some foretell stuff, but we can't do that. Raise the Draugr is an instant for 2. Choose 1. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or return 2 target creature cards that share a creature type from your graveyard to your hand. Another option for signature spell could be something that gives your creatures unblockable, something like Slip Through Space for blue. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, draw a card. Nice, cheap cantrips, very nice. There are some other options like Ghost Form, Reverse the Polarity, and Open into Wonder. These can make your creatures unblockable too, but I really think the low mana one is the best option here. Next, we've got some options that synergize with his 0. Remember, it says draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. To maximize that card draw, cards like Arterial Flow, Blood Tithe, or Sanguinate all drain life, cause our opponents to lose life and we gain life. Then we've got Gruesome Fate. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. Or Seasons of Loss. Choose up to 5 paw prints worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. 1 paw print. Each player sacks a creature. 2 paw prints. Draw a card for each creature you controlled that died this turn. 3 paw prints. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Then we've got some options that cause each player to lose life, because that'll work too. Deadly Tempest is a board wipe for 6. Destroy all creatures. Each player loses life equal to the number of creatures they controlled that were destroyed this way. Smallpox says each player loses 1 life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature, then sacrifices a land. And Death Cloud is just a big version of that, and Fraying Omnipotence is pretty close. Urza's Guile says each player draws 2 cards, then discards 3 cards from their hand, then loses 4 life. I like that the next 2 options kind of work with that Surveil 2 also. Hazel's Nocturne is an instant for 4. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Grave Endeavor, an instant for 7. Roll 2d10 and choose 1 result. Return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to that result. Then each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the other result. Hey, I almost forgot my favorite one. Rankel's Prank is a sorcery for 4. Choose one or more. Each player discards 2 cards. Each player loses 4 life. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. So you can do the each player loses thing if that works for you, but there are points in the game that you really don't want to be doing that, and this card could still be good. Having options is always good. Now the last thing we could synergize with is stun counters, because you can proliferate stun counters, as well as, of course, the loyalty counters on Kaito. I think my channel is the only channel on YouTube focused on Oathbreaker. And to be frank with you, it does not get many views because Oathbreaker isn't popular. So it would mean a lot to me if you would hit that like button. That helps out the algorithm a whole lot. And if you want, you can check out my channel for over 150 more videos like this, pairing Planeswalkers to signature spells.